Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today, I'm going to read chapter 1055. And I made a video yesterday, but it was actually kind of inaccurate. Some of the information was a little bit off. It's roughly the same though, but I'm going to explain what was a little bit off. Basically, it's just Green Bull. These updated spoilers have a lot more information, but they also show Green Bull in a better light. So the previous spoilers kind of made Green Bull like seem weak, but he's actually not that weak, and we're gonna see Green Bull in action. All right, so the chapter starts in the flower capital, and we have Nami, Tama, and Zeus, and they're enjoying the party, you know, eating the food.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Outside the city, Momonosuke is beaten by Green Bull, and Yamato wants to go help, but Momonosuke insists that he must stay out of the fight. Basically, same storyline, you know, Momonosuke does not want anybody to help him. He wants to take down Green Bull by himself, which is never gonna happen because you're 8 years old, technically. Raizo uses his technique, Maki Maki no Jutsu, to shoot a fire attack at Ryokogyu. Okay, so Green Bull basically pretends that he's affected by Raizo's attack, but he's actually joking, and he uses a technique called Bokarin, which I think it means fireproof force, and he breaks free from the flames. Green Bull also says, you really thought you'd be able to defeat a Marine Admiral by relying on such an obvious weakness. Okay, so Green Bull is basically making it known that he is capable of withstanding fire, and he knows how to fight against his own weaknesses. Now, I don't know if this makes him look worse against Sabo or better, because we could argue that Sabo probably has better flames than Momonosuke and Raizo because he's the Meru no Mi user, so that might be how he defeated Green Bull. Or if Green Bull is saying right here that he's not that affected by his weakness, then Sabo's just that guy. And Sabo really does have strong ass hockey, so shout out to Sabo either way. Sabo is really showing his stuff because Green Bull does look pretty formidable. All right, so Green Bull stabs Raizo in his body and he starts taking his nutrients. So we saw him doing this with King and Queen, but now he's doing it to Raizo. Yeah, so Kawamatsu tries to help Raizo, but no matter how many branches and roots he cuts, they don't stop growing, and finally Green Bull catches Denjiro, Kawamatsu, and Neko. So yes, Green Bull has successfully captured basically most of the scabbards. Green Bull is not weak. Green Bull is very, very strong. He is easily dispatching the scabbards. Yeah, that was a little bit different because in the previous spoilers, it said that Green Bull was heavily injured. See, what happened was, I guess when the first spoilers came out, maybe they didn't read the scans thoroughly enough, so it may seem like Green Bull was injured, but what he actually did was, you know, he created a new body and stuff like that. So he definitely does have a weakness to fire, but I don't think it was as drastic as the previous spoilers made it seem. He is fine, and he was ready to fight seriously, so he's not, no. Momonosuke did not do any serious damage to Green Bull. The Admiral's reputation is still somewhat intact, all right? So we're gonna move on from that. So this is where it gets really, really important, so pay attention. We cut to the secret room of Kazuki Sukiyaki, and we see that there's a secret passageway that leads to long stairs and that has been opened into the ground. Sukiyaki and Robin are walking down the stairs with Law. Okay, so right now, Sukiyaki's taking Robin and Law to find the ancient poneglyph, and they're going beneath the city to find the old ruins. Okay, so this is kind of a little cute Robin and Law moment, you know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know what's going on, but you know, Robin basically asked Law how he managed to find her, and Law said that he's been searching for her. So my boy Law, I don't know, he spent his riz, man.
Define Riz for me.
He spent his riz, but all right, we're gonna move on. Okay, so Sukiyaki says he never told Kaido or Orochi about the passageway, but one of the Beast pirates, and I think it's talking about Jack, it says Lack in the spoilers, but I think that's a typo. So I think they're trying to talk about Jack, and they said he's a Saiyajin. Pretty sure they're talking about Jack, and since it is underwater, I would assume that maybe they're talking about Jack being a fishman. So Robin asks why a Saiyajin would be able to find it, and Sukiyaki tells her that she better see for themselves. So Sukiyaki starts to tell them the ancient history of Wano, and Robin and Law find a secret hole. They teleport inside. Beneath this hole, they can see the entire ruins of the ancient city that is under the sea right now. So Sukiyaki starts to explain what happened to Wano country. We're gonna find out more about that in the chapter. So basically, a long time ago, Wano was a large country, about 3 times larger than the present Wano. So Wano used to be huge. Even though it's huge right now, it used to be even bigger. So basically, right now, it's located at the bottom of Mount Fuji. Pretty sure that's where Kaido and Big Mom are. So this, I don't know, something might be happening. Who knows? Something might be happening. Then at one point in history, the great walls that surrounded the island were built and the country was locked up. Rainwater began to accumulate and it flooded the entire country. Okay, so this is an obvious reference to the continent pullers. Now, so if we look at Oars, right? Oars was this big continent puller giant. In his data book, it literally says that he founded a country and it's hinted at being Wano. So it's pretty obvious that Oars probably helped build Wano. If not, he built it himself. He put up these walls to cover it for some reason. We don't know why, but you know, judging from the fact that Oars became some some type of science project, I would say that he probably closed the borders to hide them from outside threats, which makes the most sense. So after Oars put up the wall around Wano, rainwater came in and made the waterfalls that we see now with the koi fish. So that's why Wano is literally like a natural fortified defense, because nature itself is fortifying it. So it's really cool to see. Sukiyaki has never actually seen the weapon, so he cannot show Robin and Law where it is. So we're gonna have to go on like a little bit of a hunt. Sukiyaki explains that in order to bring Pluton out, the walls of Wano must be taken down. In other words, opening the border is destroy the defensive walls in the country means to unleashing the ancient weapon. Okay, so basically, Momonosuke, when he decides to open the borders, it will also unleash Pluton. So Momo, he thought he was making a good decision by leaving the borders closed, and that way nobody can get in. But actually, now that we just found out that if he opens the borders, they will actually have a great defense, that being an ancient weapon. So that is pretty insane. So there has been theories that Momo is Uranus and he's the only one who can command the ship. That is a theory I've heard, but who knows? Honestly, all I know is that the ancient weapon, since it's like an island level ship, like it just destroys an island with one attack, this is going to be one of the strongest weapons we've ever seen in One Piece. So I cannot wait until this gets revealed. So Momonosuke gives a grave speech. He says, "You've been locked up in Onigashima your whole life, but now you're free, and I want you to leave with Luffy, Zoro, and the others. I can't always count on their help, and we have to be able to protect Wano by ourselves, not just with you and Luffy and blah blah blah. And we can't entrust it with those who are about to leave. If we do, how can we protect our country in the future?" Momonosuke is manning up. He understands like, hey, Yamato, you need to go. And a lot of people think that Yamato is going to stay and that she, is not going to join the Straw Hats. I personally think she's going to join them because she's been here her whole life. This is her dream. She wants to leave. So I feel like Momo's going to give her that opportunity. And then Greenbow mocks Momonosuke's childish attitude, even though it's not really childish. Momonosuke is being pretty reasonable. I understand where his viewpoint coming from. And honestly, this is another reason why I just don't like Greenbow. His mindset is weird. Greenbow just thinks like a weirdo. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so in a moment of desperation, Momo hits Greenbow with a powerful bolo breath. Greenbow, gets hurt, and it shows that Momo is growing. Momo's attacks are pretty powerful. He can't really control them. And then Greenbow, he grows a sprout from the ground. And he gets up perfectly fine. So yeah, Greenbow was not heavily injured by Momo. I guess his fake body was injured, and then he regrew another body. So basically, Greenbow calls him a Kaido wannabe. And this is where, okay, so the last spoiler, I said that Greenbow ran away from Shanks, and this is actually even worse. Suddenly, black lightning can be seen in the distance, and Greenbow feels something is paralyzing him, and he screams in pain, right? So he looks over there, he says, "Conqueror's Haki, who the hell are you? Da-da-da. The red-haired pirates? They're this close?" Da-da-da-da, right? So here's the thing I've noticed about Greenbow. He doesn't respect Luffy. He doesn't understand that Luffy is one of these guys. He said that he wouldn't have come to Wano if Kaido was here. He said that, and obviously right now he doesn't want to fight the red-haired pirates. So what Greenbow is, he is someone who understands the real Yonko's power, right? He's still stuck in the old era. He's not ready to accept that the new era is here, right? And I feel like that's a lot of fans of the community as well. But yeah, Greenbow basically doesn't see Luffy as a real threat. That's why he's even here thinking he can do whatever he wants, because if it were Kaido, and obviously if it's Shanks, he's not going to try anything. So that really does show he doesn't respect Luffy the same way. So I feel like Luffy's done enough, but hey, Luffy has to really start showing his stuff. So basically, Shanks is going angry right now. He's so angry, and I remember in like the Ace novel, it said that Shanks is very scary when he's angry. Yeah, so Shanks is a very terrifying guy, and right now he's so angry. His own rookies are like about to pass out in his own ship because he's not controlling his Conqueror's Haki. He's just letting it run rampant, and he basically tells Greenbow that he's despicable for like trying to attack people when they're on their worst, trying to attack all these new up and start pirates. And he basically tells Greenbow, "You're scared. That's why you're attacking them, because you're scared." The Marines are scared, which is obvious because with the way the new era is looking, the Marines should be scared. There's a lot of threats coming. The Marines should be scared, right? So Greenbow finally decides to get up and leave. Basically, he decides not to fight Shanks. Okay, so outside the city, we see Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Jinbei, and basically Luffy's laughing because he's gone, and Sanji's like, "Oh, looks like they didn't need our help." So basically, they're basically explaining that they already knew Greenbow was there, and they were kind of just waiting for a moment to go and attack. So this is cool. So Oda is showing us like, hey, Luffy himself knows he could have went down there and did something, but Luffy, he let Momonosuke have his moment. He decided not to go down there. So that's pretty cool to see. Luffy is really confident in his abilities. So are his crewmates. That's awesome, man. That's really awesome. And also I'm glad to see Jinbei, because I feel like a lot of people forget about Jinbei. Jinbei is out here, man. Jinbei is very strong, very powerful. Okay, so we actually do find out that people can feel Shanks' Haki, but they don't know it's Shanks. The only person who knows it's Shanks is Green Bull because he can see him, right? So Luffy and his friends, they don't know it's Shanks' Haki. They can't tell. But at the end of the chapter, Luffy does see the red hair pirate ship, and he starts smiling, and he starts remembering Shanks. So that's a little cute scene at the end, but obviously he didn't get to meet Shanks. But that is the end of the spoilers right now. So I just wanted to make this video to clear up the last video because there were some false spoilers in there. So hopefully this video clears up information for you. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's spoilers, let me know down below what was the most shocking revelation today. But yeah, drop a comment down below. Let me know your favorite part of the spoilers, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.